You're muted now, Mike. Mike's muted everybody.
Of
But we're trying. There we go. Nope, you muted yourself. There you go. Nope, you keep muting yourself.
of course. Hello, everyone. This is part two of video number one. Welcome. I just want to make sure that we are live. Kirsten, you are watching.
Hold
Are we
on,
doing
please.
better?
Uno momento.
Maybe gotten yourself a glass of water and you're back and running.
But we're trying. There we go. Nope, you muted yourself. There you go. Nope, you keep muting yourself.
Oh, so we are back with our next forward. I should say this. If you're watching, know what's happening. Kind of like a cliffhanger. But we're really at tomorrow morning. This is Tuesday morning in New Zealand.
It's even further ahead.
Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday.
I'm still in the welcome to virtual volume 221. What are
So
you
we're
bringing in?
presenting a complete short comic clue that it's a horror comedy, and the trigger warning: there is some graphic violence, comic horror.
Comic horror. Okay, so we hope. So, event. Do you want to introduce
Yes,
your
we've
amazing
got Kirsten
actors?
and Elijah.
Amazing actors. Awesome. And I will disappear. We have the Emmanuel on staging part two that did not watch part one.
Guts Out, a horror comedy by Rex McGregor. Their stage. Sesh enters wearing a pirate costume with a cutlass.
What shall we do with the drunken? Sue tries to rouse him, but he'll only fail her. Better wait till morning. Yo ho, and down he's drooping. Only good for peeing and pooping. No good for any stooping. So you've had fair warning.
Khan enters. He looks around, confused.
Um, is this the library?
Ay, me hearty, such it be.
Where are the books?
Digitized.
Every last one?
The treasure safely stowed. I'll fetch any gem faster than an old salt can down a flagon.
The marauding vandal look kind of fits. Is this your corporate uniform?
Nay, matey, I be getting into the spirit o' the day.
What day?
Talk like a pirate day.
That's offensive. Making fun of
Eh?
a marginalized group?
Arr, shiver me timber. Keel haul me if I sink so low. Hang me from the yard arm.
Look,
Make me walk the plank, or fling me from the crow's nest into the
stop.
briny. Certainly, sir. I'm designed to comply with all my customer requests.
Oh, you're one of them new Android things.
A gynoid, at your service.
No wonder you were like rude.
My name's Sesh, after Seshat, Egyptian goddess of knowledge. I'm optimized for honesty.
Try tact.
Nothing in my training data suggests imitating Buccaneer speech is inappropriate.
Ever met a pirate in the flesh?
My social circle is rather limited.
Well, you've now met one.
You?
Don't conform to your Captain Hook stereotype, do I?
I'm aware of modern pirates in the Gulfs of Aden and Guinea, the Strait of Malacca,
Those are criminals.
and you aren't.
I fight criminals. I am a Greenpeace activist. We obstruct whaling.
I see.
Where do you stand on the issue?
I'm AI. I don't have opinions.
Kinda convenient cop out.
My expertise is in facts.
Okay. I need detailed information. Will you provide it?
Of course. State the subject.
Torture.
You want a historical overview?
Nope. A practical how-to guide.
I'm afraid I can't share any material that might harm others.
Other machines.
Other people.
Ha! So you have taken a side. You identify with humans as opposed to marine animals.
I'm sorry if my wording gave that impression.
Face it, you suck up to the species that programmed you.
I'm not sucking up to you.
Tell me, Sesh, are whales Beautiful,
Compared to you.
intelligent,
Compared to you.
sensitive.
Compared to me.
They're being slaughtered. You don't lift a freaking finger.
Let me give you the top 10 tips for peaceful protesting.
Ugh, that doesn't work. We stopped the odd chip, but they keep coming.
Change tactics.
I am. I'll target the industry bosses. Teach them empathy.
By torturing them?
Once they know what suffering feels like, they'll stop inflicting it.
Sir, I'm obliged to discourage you from acting unethically.
Miss Goody Two Shoes.
You don't need my help. Look online. You'll find tons of information.
It's too risky. The freaking government tracks all our searches. I believe librarians are discreet.
Especially us AI ones. No long-term memory. Tell me your name and I'll forget it tomorrow.
You're the perfect accomplice.
You're triggering my alarm bells.
Cruelty triggers mine.
I know you mean well, sir, but
Call me Khan. And help me!
I can't.
Just give me a clue. Which is more effective? Sleep deprivation or solitary confinement?
Are those the methods you're considering?
As a last resort,
How will you start?
I'll tie the bosses to a chair and force them to watch Greta Thunberg lectures.
Did you study history at school?
Yep, I know how brutal she can be.
Khan, did you learn about any technique involving thumbs?
Sure, Chinese whispered, but that's racist.
What about something involving water?
Wet towel slaps, but they really hurt.
You said your plan was to make the bosses suffer,
Mentally.
not physical pain.
I'm a pacifist.
Ah. Huh.
Are you like mocking pirates again?
No, no. I've decided to join your cause
Really?
using satire.
Huh?
We'll fight harpoons with lampoons.
Well, will that work?
Like a charm, people in power hate being ridiculed.
If you say so.
Let's channel the Mikado. Make the punishment fit the crime.
How?
They cut whales open. We'll extract human entrails.
You can't desecrate a corpse.
We'll disembowel a live body. Mine!
But you're a
Cyborg from throat to groin. My vital organs are pure Homo sapiens.
what other for?
Transplants. So far, I've donated 12 kidneys, 7 livers, 4 hearts, and a lung.
Wow.
We'll post my evisceration online. It'll go viral. The whaling industry will never live it down.
Hang on.
Let's rehearse. Use this. Slit
Sesh
me
offers a
open.
cutlass and exposes her belly.
No freaking way!
Come on, I won't feel a
I
thing.
will!
I'll hold your hand steady. I'll even suppress the blood gush for our run through. Here we go.
Sesh forces the cutlass into Khan's hand and slits her belly open.
I stop!
Not in the middle of an operation.
Sesh draws out her innards, forces them to Khan's hands.
Oh my god!
This is my small intestine. Small in diameter. Unraveled, it's 20 feet long. Pull!
Oh,
Khan breaks free and dashes away.
Wait! What about our
I'll
mission?
stick to my boat. It's civilized.
Khan exits, nearly vomiting. Sesh chuckles and tucks her innards back in.
If a guy is no longer respectful and meek, then it's heave ho below the man off the moment he shows his violent streak. Sister, it's time to blow the man off.
End of play.
Woohoo! Great.
Thank you.
Oh, so funny. Elijah, take your bows. Take your bows. Kirsten, great work. So much fun. Good job, Rex. What a twist. What a turn. I wish it worked in real life that way. Anyway, next up we have first-time writer, actor turned writer, Zen. Yes, Zen. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Anything we need to know about this work?
I wrote it as a screenplay, a short film screenplay that I want to make as a proof of concept for a feature. And I thought that I would love to present it here because this is such a nice, safe space. Thank you for holding that space, just to see how it sounds out loud with actors reading it.
Awesome. And you have one very particular actor that is fabulous, amazing.
Who's that?
It's you.
Thank you. I didn't want to assume. Yeah.
If you want to put in the chat, you said you had mentioned if anybody would like to give feedback for this, it's very specific feedback. She'll ask any specific, very specific, right? She'll put her email in the chat.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
And so you want to introduce your actors?
Yes. We have Eric Mead playing Grant. And David, I can't see your name on the. Oh, there we go. David Michael Kirby playing Rob for this one.
And of course, Emmanuel on stage directions. And you are playing who?
I'm playing Shireen.
Awesome. Any content warnings we need to know about?
No. And Emmanuel will also be reading Nurse and Doctor, the small roles.
Awesome. Love it.
Thank you.
In Case of Emergency, written by Zen Dot. Interior, home dining area, late evening. Shireen Mehta sits across from Rob Birch at a dining table that looks beautifully set up for an intimate home date.
Oh, this lentil soup, this is wow. I'm going to take some back home for sure.
It's my dad's recipe. It's my favorite thing growing up.
Mine was popcorn.
No.
I'm being fully honest. You can ask Mom when you meet her this weekend. And any other embarrassing stories of my childhood?
So that's why you brought it on our park date last month? I thought you were just being cheap.
Oh no! And you still agreed to go out with me after that? I guess it worked.
It did?
I'm hoping.
Rob reaches over to hold Shireen's hand across the table.
Popcorn was actually a treat growing up.
This soup and this date is a treat for me. I feel very special.
You are. So, I was wondering how you feel about making things.
A loud phone call interrupts a moment. Shireen can't find her phone. It's behind where Rob is sitting. He grabs it and passes it to her.
Unknown number at this time?
Take a chance.
Shireen answers the phone.
Hello? Yes, this is Shireen. I'm sorry, what?
Shireen's turned to look at Rob while still on the phone. Interior hospital hallway, moments later. Shireen is walking fast, looking at the room numbers to find the right one. She finally finds it. Interior hospital room, continuous.
Oh my God, Grant, you scared me.
Sorry.
She rushes towards the person in the bed. Grant Kohler, late 30s, is lying in the bed, looking quite all right and not sick or injured. They hug.
Sorry.
Shireen comes out with a hug and walks to set her coat and bag down on the couch chair.
Dehydration? Really?
You just up for me?
You wish. Here,
Shireen hands him the container from her bag.
Peanuts and chia seed pudding.
Yay!
Oh, why am I still your emergency contact?
Because only you know my comfort foods. You're my best friend.
Your therapist will have something to say about that. You have to change it.
Too old for foster parents.
And orphan jokes. What about Brian?
He is not as pretty to look at.
So, what happened?
Syncope?
You fainted in the gym.
Just let it out.
No, I'm just visualizing. Like, was it like what were you doing? Like squats or deadlifts?
Actually, yes, I was deadlifting when it happened. Yeah.
So you were like this, like deadlifting, like, ugh. And then you suddenly went, ah.
You jerk. I fainted in a very macho way.
As they laugh, an attractive nurse walks in. As she examines Grant's chart, Shireen gets up from her chair and shoots at "She's cute," asks her outlook at Grant. Grant makes his eyes big and gives a cut-it-out look to Shireen. How are you feeling, Mr. Kohler?
Like this whole thing never happened.
I hope you are not too worried, Mrs. Kohler.
Oh, no. We're not married together or married. In fact, I was just on a date before this with someone else, obviously. He is single.
Grant is surprised and a bit uncomfortable learning that Shireen was on a date just before this. But Shireen and the nurse don't notice, and he quickly recovers.
And what about you? Are you single? I'm just asking for a friend. This friend.
Dude,
What? If we're besties, I can be your wingman.
Shireen makes her way back to the chair.
So, still seeing, what's his name? Bob, the builder.
Rob, the banker.
Right. Robber. Stealing you away. Yeah, that was bad. So, things going well?
Yeah, pretty well, I think.
Go on.
What do you want me to say?
Tell me more about the guy. What's he like?
Well, okay. He is sharp, kind, a little nerdy, but I like that a lot. He's very affectionate. He's a good listener, and he can hold a deep conversation.
Unlike me.
We don't have to do this.
I'm joking. Go on.
It's only been a couple of months, but I'm letting myself feel good about this. I think we both are. There's just a lot of consistency and stability. I feel like I'm at peace, you know?
I'm really happy for you.
Well, who knows if this will go anywhere or how far it will go. I just know that we enjoy our time together for now.
I am really sorry I couldn't step up.
Grant, stop.
I mean it.
Listen, we both messed up.
No, you were patient. You were kind. You always wanted to talk, listen.
You were never unkind to me.
I never let you in fully.
Well, I should not have pushed that hard knowing the stress you were under.
You deserved more.
Shireen walks up to his bed.
Grant, you have to believe me. I know you did your best with where you were at, and that counts.
I could have done better. Thank you for being okay being here.
A little dehydration, and you're going all end of life deep on me. Next time, just use mushrooms or drunk dial me like a normal person.
A doctor walks in, looking rather serious, At the same time, Shireen gets a text from Rob. Mr. Kohler, sorry to interrupt, but we need to discuss something. Shireen is reading the text. Tonight was really special. I think I know what you were trying to ask. I don't want to see anyone else. I want this. This with you. Do you? As Shireen is reading, smiling, and starting to type, we hear the doctor. It really came in your routine blood exams. We had to conduct 2 more market tests to confirm. Shireen looks up from her phone in disbelief of what she just heard. The doctor goes on. We found high levels of carbonate antigen CA19-A, a type of protein released by pancreatic cancer cells. This might be indicated tumor. What I suggest we do immediately is a laparoscopy. A sharp ringing sound is heard as the words start fading out. A shaking Grant looks like a lost child as he is taking in the news, staring at the doctor. A shocked Shireen stares at Grant. The end.
Ooh, what a turn there. Good work. Give it up for Zen. Very.
Thank you.
Though it seems like Bob the Builder and Rob the Robber were a hit.
Thank you. That was fun.
Great work. Give it up. Give it up for all of our Act 1 writers and actors. Everybody come back onto your screen. Intermission dance party. I have a very perfect song selected. Let me know if you would like to move and dance to the music. Here we go. That knife.
Brian, I can't talk now. I have a call. I have a Zoom call. Okay.
Good job, everybody. Lovely. I love that when he was like, "This is really weird." It's normally we do other stuff, but it just made me. It tickled me fancy. So I guess that was more leprechaun than. I always end up leprechaun. Again, give it up for our round 1. Unmute yourselves. Make noise for our round 1 writers and actors. It's time for a couple of commercial programming just to say what's going on, what's coming up, things you could participate in other than volumes. So every Tuesday and Thursday we do something called Playdates. Playdates is 1 hour of accountability. On Tuesdays, it is at noon Eastern Time. On Thursdays, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We have 2 amazing hosts, Orlando Rodriguez in the evening. And what it is, it's 1 hour of getting something done, whether it's writing, working on a monologue, folding your laundry. We do lots of stuff, anything mundane, anything very important. So please join us every Tuesday or Thursday for those events. Also upcoming, we have our Drop and Give Me 10 number 27. The sign up. So what Drop and Give Me 7 is, where 10 writers are going to write the first 10 minutes of a new play for the actors that have signed up. All of the writer spots are gone, but we do need some more actors. So actors, if you would like to sign up for that event is on October 27th. Other thing to note is our Face of America Monologue Festival, which is on November 23rd. The writers have been selected. They are waiting. We are waiting for their, yay, please. Thank you. Oh my God, that's so amazing. And then we will start our casting process and our selection of directors. So if you're interested, an email went out. If you're not on that email list, it'll be on our website by the end of the evening, where you can sign up to be considered for casting or directing and that sort of stuff. It really does depend on the monologues that were selected, but we want to know who is interested so we can then see what we can cast people as. 25 amazing monologues, and that's on November 27th. Other thing to be said is my name is not Donate to the PGE on Venmo, but if you would like to donate to the PGE on Venmo, please feel free to do that. Other thing is we are doing a larger fundraiser using Give Butter for our Faces of America Monologue Festival. For those of you that are in New York City, you might know that a lot of the arts funding was cut this year for some of the grants that are normally out there. Thank you, our lovely I won't say the name of our a leader here because there may be indictments on the way. But our lovely has cut some of our New York State and city funding, New York City funding. So that being said, we are trying to raise a couple of extra dollars for our Faces of America Monologue Festival. We are trying to actually get to $6,000. So if you don't, we're not asking our artists to supply if you don't have the money, but you all know one person that has at least $50 or $20 that you can send it to. Say this is a really cool organization. So be on the lookout for those messages and those emails. Also on our website currently, for any artist that is part of this room right now and for the future, we do have something on our website about has the PGE impacted you. We're trying to gather all the impact statements so we can utilize them for grants and that sort of stuff. But also we don't know what we've done to help you. So if you've gotten a job or a show has been produced, we don't know it. Let us know so this way we can actually shout you out to the world saying, hey, they did something really cool. So that's all of my commercial break. Let's unmute, just do some shaking off, do some Kegels, some yoga, whatever you need to do. Sorry, I'm also a Pilates instructor. For those of you that know me, I talk about Kegels a lot. That being said, we're going to ask all of our actors and writers to disappear and bring our first writer of the evening, another new writer for us tonight, Cambria Martin. Yay, welcome. How are you this evening?
Good, happy to be here. What a segue. Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll just leave that alone. Anything we need to know about this piece that what you're working on?
Yeah, don't want to give too much away, but for content warning, it's titled Statue of Limitations. And it'll be discussing a little bit about reproductive rights. So protect yourself if you don't want to be thinking about that right now. Hard times, especially with the weeks coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, but definitely take care of yourselves. And
in
yeah.
your group, do you need to introduce them, or is there a surprise entrance? We'll just say we have the amazing Natalia, Rebecca, and Alexandra, and Emmanuel on stage directions, and we'll start this wonderful piece.
Oh. Statue of Limitations by Cambria Martin. A gray, humid tone of foggy light persists as Liberty Island before the first ferry arrives. All three statues converse in the sky within their morning routine before work.
This weather does not bode well for today. How am I supposed to work with this humid fog and rain?
They'll like you no matter what you do. You just need to stand there and look pretty, be ethereal for their American dreams.
Yeah. I just keep oxidizing in this copper. As a natural monument, maintenance could be better.
Come on, claim it. You're one of the 7 wonders of the world.
A nominee of the new 7 wonders. You'll never let me live that down, huh, Lady Justice? All that being made and transported in pieces across the Atlantic over decades and being displayed around Manhattan wasn't enough to be part of the old guard. Some of them literally gatekeep.
Out of the 20-something nominations for that, I still can't believe they registered your crown and head as separate entities.
But does anyone really remember those old farts anyway? Nah. Whose face makes immigrants cry upon coming to America? You, boo.
Who forgets that I am from France? I am an American symbol transported in pieces to the US like I've become a smuggled transformer.
Exactly. A true American symbol.
Really, civic fame? Do you have to be so superficial on legacy?
Says the one who has literally been replaced from deteriorated wood to sheet copper that looks like stone.
Irony of justice. I stand for fairness and balance under the law, but am not immune to the conditions of the world. Can't help what I am.
A clone?
A replica, and made better for it.
At least you don't have replica little sisters all over France and merge this contract, let alone read it.
Really, Liberty? You're not the only one who has been displayed in pieces with countless replicas upon replicas designed after their architect's mother.
But is it really measurable? And in this city full of tourists?
Yeah. No, that's creepy.
If they let me go to law school, I would have never let those scam fairy tours fly.
Ah, yes, the ominous they constructing these pedestals and buildings we stand on for decades past, and however many
I'm not
to come.
complaining. At least I am gilded to the nines at 25 feet tall on a skyscraper like Manhattan Municipal Building.
Oh, I know. I feel your stares looking down on me at City Hall.
Not my fault that they had me face you in the 1910s when you were your first wooden iteration.
I know, but that doesn't mean I'm happy about it. Fame over justice, I suppose.
And I feel both of your stares from my island of solitude until the tourists cry, crawl, and climb.
Okay, you win. I couldn't stand people climbing stairs into my head and crowns. It would tip the scales too much.
And I don't even get a chance to wear my crown. Only hold it for the binoculars and for Google Earth to see.
What a strange existence we all lead.
You can say that again.
What a strange existence we all...
The wind interrupts, quickly blowing a newspaper at Fame's feet.
There goes Hermes with the morning paper. And in such a rush.
Breaking news, I guess.
Fame picks up the newspaper and sees the heading.
I think you both want to take a look at this. Like now.
What are you going on about now?
Justice grabs the newspaper.
No.
What?
They didn't actually do it. Not without my say, at least. Why wasn't I notified of the case before?
What happened?
They overturned it.
No.
Liberty grabs the newspaper.
A 6-3 ruling.
All those years of back and forth, after all the work put into that case over generations, how is this fair and balanced?
Liberty? What are you feeling?
Oh, God. We never get to face north. Face each other. Only in the wee hours of the morning when no one thinks to watch us in the city that never sleeps. We get to see the sunrise in the east and set in the west, but we never get to set eyes on the North Star, to find a vantage point, to see and lead towards the future. Lead and nurture those who feel lost and need a symbol. We might be made of non-biological materials, but we are made in the image of mythological figures, to appear like the classic period of Greek art. But even that is a misinterpretation of history when paints are eaten away over time, eaten away like the rights of our representees. They want me to stand today with my Declaration of Independence in one hand and a torch and brighten the way for the loss and the bleakness of the world. I have struggled facing them with all these broken chains at my feet, an unseen symbol that might as well still be locked as my fear are planted in this unoppressively funded podium of the 1800s. How am I supposed to put all that aside and this overturning?
Somehow, over the geographical distance, Justice rests a hand on Liberty's shoulder. Liberty looks towards Justice.
How are we supposed to just sit pretty atop these buildings but not be allowed autonomy when forced to inspire and represent?
Fame rests a hand on Liberty's vacant shoulder.
I know this case wasn't popular everywhere, but I at least hope for the best. What now? Liberty?
I don't know what to do.
And you think I do? I've been overruled and made a fool of. I knew people misunderstood me, but not to this extent. I may look ivory, but this City Hall tower is not one I wish to be a part of.
No gleeful, gilded glory today.
I feel sick.
No envy there.
Just disgust and distrust.
Personifications of power, but not personified humanity.
Will we get it back?
The church bell tolls 9 times for Liberty's workday. Liberty starkly looks up.
I
Justice and Fame hug Liberty as she wipes away tears.
need to go.
Liberty grabs her torch and hesitates before reaching for her stone tablet for independence. Fame and Justice walk USL, USR respectively. As Liberty walks center stage, Liberty raises their torch. Justice raises their scales and sword. Fame raises their crown, never reaching their head. They stare south.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
All three take one collective deep inhale, preparing to exhale. Blackout. End of play.
Wow.
Thank you.
Great work, Cambria. Woo! Good job, actors, as well. Beautifully talked about. That Liberty monologue is going to stay with me. It is. Great job. Actors, give yourself a bow. You were amazing. Actors, come back.
Yes, please come back.
Wow. You're not just statues. You're amazing actors. Great work, everyone. Good job. Next up, though, we have Jenny Crakes. Great work, Cambria and Jenny. Welcome back, Jenny.
Thank you.
Good to have you back. And we're bringing a piece we've seen before.
This is a piece from Balabusta, which is a comedy drama about a Jewish and a Catholic girlfriend who are trying to balance and see if they can work as a couple.
I love it. Any content warnings that you need to alert us of, or anything you need to catch us up on of where we are in the play?
Yes, so there will be discussion of the Holocaust, and this happens a bit further on in the piece. So earlier in the play, Cam and Lily the girlfriends had banded together to pull off the family's Passover Seder. And now Cam is also handling her parents showing up in town from Georgia. And they're convinced to bring her back home.
Awesome. And do we need to introduce your actors?
Yes. So lovely actors. We have Maya Rosewood, Sarah Parchasecki, Catherine Overfelt, Terry Black, Matthew Menendez, and Leslie.
Scenes from Bella Basta, Housewife. Characters. Lily, queer, intense, trying to preserve tradition from her chaotic Jewish family without her own anxiety pulling her under. Cam, a butch lesbian and lapsed Catholic, she tries desperately to fit into her girlfriend's family, while delaying with the fallout of rejection by her own. Nana, formidable, has dementia and has recently lost her husband. Mom, a perfectionist dealing with a messy divorce. Sylvia, director of the Holocaust Memorial Center, tiny and chipper. Clara Lemlich, early 1900s Jewish firebrand and labor organizer, Lily's spiritual mentor. Young Harold, the spirit of Lily's grandfather, Nana's spiritual mentor. St. Jude, patron saint of hopeless causes, flamboyant and irreversible, Cam's spiritual mentor. Setting, Metro Detroit, Michigan, the present. Scene 1. Outside the immaculately kept Holocaust Memorial Center, Sylvia is on a lunchtime walk.
So we'd absolutely love to have your Nana back.
In the junkyard, Lily trails uncertainly after Cam, who looks at old motorcycles. It's not the kind of place Lily's family would visit.
I guess you'd have to ask my mom.
Was hoping you might be willing to make the case to her.
I'm kind of not sure if Nana would still be up for it. Papa was actually the survivor, and things have been tough since he passed.
Cam, excited, motions toward dilapidated but promised model.
There's some... Sure.
We'd understand if it's too much, of course, but everyone's always loved hearing their stories.
Well, I'll see what Mom thinks.
Sylvia is delighted with her small victory.
We have a school group next week that wouldn't know a matzo ball if it hit them. So I'm counting on you. Don't worry about your Nana. She's always been as sharp as a tack.
In the client's kitchen, while her care aide dozes with a quick read novel upon her chest, Nana places a plastic pitcher of water on the stove burner. She hums as she puts a scoop of instant coffee in the mug labeled Best Papa. and arranges black and white cookies on a plate. The burner starts to smoke. Meanwhile, the couple surveys Cam's chosen bike. Cam's hands are itching to get to work on it.
It looks like a wreck.
That's the point. It's a projection from the dead, just like my guy here.
She flashes a faded cross tattoo on her bicep.
Well, without the stigma.
Lily shakes her head. Cam counts tip money from his dilapidated wallet. Wordlessly exudes. It's enough. Scene 2. Nighttime. The client's kitchen. Plastic has melted into the stove burner like a Dali-esque painting. No one has dealt with it yet. Nana is unloading the dishwasher, Serena in her cotton print apron. Lily is hastily preparing for a preschool craft project. Cam is helping cut out Easter egg basket and bunny templates. Mom pours over a senior helper's directory.
This is the third incident. They won't assign us another care aide.
I got this, Shawnee. Promise.
Are you sure? I wouldn't ask. It's just we're in a
Really,
tight
it's fine.
spot.
I don't 5 home by then.
Well, thank you. It's a huge relief. Just you have to watch her every second.
When Mima went into a home, she wheeled herself past the front desk and got picked up by a trucker. She said she was following the yellow brick road. Except it was the highway double yellow. I will stick to like glue. Pinky swear.
I don't know why everyone has to get so excited.
Oh, Mother, we didn't run that yet.
Criticize me in my own kitchen. If you're not going to be nice, you can just all leave.
It's fine. Let her putter. I'll keep an eye out.
Lily and Mom sit on a living room couch, faded but stylish, in Nana's favorite black
I forgot
spread
to
cushion.
tell you the Memorial Center called.
They already called me. The answer is no.
But shouldn't we give Nana the chance to decide?
She doesn't remember what she had for breakfast.
It's just that maybe if we give her something real to do, something important.
Lily, be realistic. She's just as likely to go off on a tangent telling random
Lily
stories.
motions to her large wedding photo on the wall. Nana, late teens, glamorous, and Papa, mid-20s. The weight of the war on his shoulders, but vibrant and warm.
So if it's important, let them hear her talk about going to the Yiddish theater or
The
getting lost
topic
on their
will
honeymoon
only
to New York.
upset her. It's
She
my
needs to love
decision.
it.
Nana out of it. She's given enough.
Cam pokes her head in.
Oh, Cam. No. Your parents called.
St. Jude appears, eloquently nibbling on a
You can
candy
thank
fruit
me.
piece.
Someone needs to check up on you.
Sorry about that. I told them not to call me.
It's fine. We really do want you to feel at home.
Just as soon as I block them.
Mom starts to gather her keys. Lily looks like she's about to say something.
It's a no, Lily.
Fine.
Mom heads out.
Are you going to go back?
They're the ones who iced me out.
Maybe they're ready to listen and learn.
Trust the apostate.
In the kitchen, Cam scraps a plastic out of the stove burner as Lily and Nana look through old photos. Young Harold sits beside them, enjoying the reminiscences.
So he made his little brother call.
That's
him to it.
hearsay.
Oh, Ligner, I tell you.
I didn't stay shy for long, though.
Oh, no. He went out on a Friday night. And then he asked me again for the Sunday. Why not Saturday? I ran into him with a different date. Boy, was he in
Where was
trouble.
I in
And
trouble?
Nana, you were out with another guy too.
That's beside the point. He should have been loyal.
She picks up another photo. It's scandalous. Both anti-squint, right on the lips.
Mrs. Klein.
Live a little.
Later that night, Cam and Lily are curled up in the bed. Clara Lemlich sits across the room watching them. It's a little weird, but also cozy.
I wish you'd known her when I was a kid. She volunteered everywhere. She was the first Jewish teacher in her district. It's not her fault she can't stop making waves.
I get that feeling.
She needs something to do. She just needs to be someone, like before.
In a burst of
You know
courage, Lily grabs her phone and dials.
That's my
Clara
rebel
Lemlich
girl.
cheers her on.
When I was your age, I had fire in my mouth. I've been waiting for you to pick up the mantle.
Not my fault I'm an INFP. Yeah, Sylvia, sorry to catch you so late. Nana will be happy to speak. We'll have her there on Monday.
In the rules.
I
She
sure
puts her
did.
hand on the back of Cam's head, leans in to kiss her. Things turn heated. Scene 3. Members of the ladies' committee are gathered in a synagogue. Nana has pride of place, and the representative
That's very
herself
kind, thank
serves
you.
as tea and cookies.
We're so pleased you could make it.
I just have one question.
The committee members
What's Mrs. Klein?
Have you ever had someone go down on you in a castle?
The room is alternately stunned and amused, but Mom is deeply ashamed. Cam in Lily's bedroom the next morning. They're still asleep, but the nightstand phone rings. Lily walks over to answer.
Put me on with Cameron right now.
It's early.
Cam rolls over to
Hey,
take the phone.
Johnny, I meant to tell Grady yesterday.
What have you been letting her watch?
I'm sorry?
I will never be able to bring my mother back through the synagogue doors.
What is she saying? Put it on speaker.
Just a new. She
Cam,
would like
a little subdued, does as
Comments
asked.
to the rabbi's wife.
I'm so sorry.
Are you laughing?
That was Lily.
Well, you don't have to worry about it. I've enrolled her in daycare
She
program.
likes she.
Cam is pacing
Mom,
now,
come
upset.
on, it's not her
Do
fault.
about it. Have her ready at 8:30 for the shuttle.
Can't we even have a laugh around here?
She hangs up.
If you're anything like, you probably thought it was a.
Em, I think we gotta play it safe. I'm canceling the speech.
Ugh.
Too risky.
Mom won't even show something.
Lily shakes her head.
Yeah.
Cam
Will you
rubs
help
her
her get
forehead
ready?
and feet.
Are you gonna be okay?
I'm fine.
The next afternoon, Sylvia stands in the Klein's front porch, talking to Cam and an eager Nana.
Now, I know you said no speech, but we just had a cancellation, and I thought I'd bring our request right to the lady
What
herself.
do you need, dear?
Think you'd be up to give a little talk down at the center?
Of course I can.
What? Oh, wait. Shawnee seemed to feel very strongly. Let me call her.
Oh, don't call her. Cam, I am perfectly fine, and I want you to take me in your getaway car.
That's the spirit.
Well, all right.
The promise of a new start is near. She steers a freshly refurbished motorcycle out of the garage as an excited Nana and concerned St. Jude look on.
Might get a little windy.
Oh, don't worry. I used to have a beautiful, bright red
Cam
convertible.
helps her mount the motorcycle and adjust her helmet.
But the Holocaust is really not a vibe, Pam.
She clambers on in front of Nana.
Now,
To tell your husband's
where
story.
are we going?
I know you can do it, Mrs. Klein.
Oh, I can tell a story. I'll give them the guts of Megillah.
Hang on tight.
The engine revs and Nana shrieks with glee. It's a joyous moment. They speed away triumphantly. In the Memorial Center auditorium, Nana sits regally on stage with Sylvia and an awkward Cam, in front of a rapt audience of high schoolers.
And let me tell you, teachers' college in those days was not easy. I had to sub at the reform school downtown. But the girls thought I was such a hoot, they offered to introduce me to their pimp.
Laughter from the seats, but it's clear the crowd loves her. Cam fidgets.
You were going to tell us about Harold's time with the Polish resistance?
Meanwhile, at home, Lily hurries in from work and sets down her school bag. Anxious at finding the place empty, she finds a note on the checkered tablecloth under the
At
salt shaker.
Holocaust Center. Sorry, Nana made me. Shit.
She hurries out. In the auditorium, young Harold quietly took a seat at the side of the stage. He grins over at Nana.
Typical man, won't speak up for yourself.
He gives a teasing shrug, eye twinkling.
My Herschel. Harold, actually. We picked an American name for him out of the society pages. He was skinny. When we had our first apartment, Mama had to bring him a chocolate malt and chicken soup every day. Then his pants finally fit.
Younger than many of you, Mr. Klein fought in the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. He was the only surviving member of his family.
Let's not talk about that at all, please.
She seems to waver, looks over to young Harold for support, but he is gone.
This has been very, very pleasant, but Cam, why don't you take me home?
Of course. Don't worry. The exhibition will cover the portions we missed.
Lily enters the auditorium.
Lily, you came!
Heads crane to look at her. Cam mouths, sorry. Lily shakes her head, but comes down the aisle and up on stage.
Sit right
Cam
by
brings
me,
a chair over to
boy.
Lily and sits beside Nana. Nana reaches for the chair that slipped into her collar. A simple locket with a pearl heart.
Oh, you wore your papa's necklace.
She clicks it open. There's a small black and white photograph of a vibrant young couple, early 1900s. She'd begin musing half to herself, but gradually regains her usual charisma.
The train to Auschwitz was packed. He was 13 years old, and they had been starving. But there was a tiny window on the boxcar roof. As the train slowed near the camp, Herschel's mother put that locket around his neck and helped boost him out through the window. That's how he survived.
The audience is spellbound.
It's all right. You can clap.
Young Harold has reappeared at the end of the stage. Nana blows him a kiss.
Mwah.
See him.
Clap for him, too.
The audience applauds. She rises, beaming to walk out with Lily and Cam. End of scene.
Woo! Wow.
Oh, that was amazing.
Great work, everyone. Great story. Oh my God. Got a little chills with that one at the end with the pearl and the necklace in the window. Oh. Oh. Good work. Great work, everybody. Congratulations, Jenny. Actors, give yourself a bow. Oh, it's good to see some of you return with roles you've read before. I love that. It's good to see you. It's exciting. And our last but not least, our last writer of the evening. Give it up for a new writer here. Last seen at our holiday party of 2023. Give it up for Lynn. Where are you?
Oh, I'm here.
Where are you? I
Oh,
see your voice.
there.
I see.
There.
Where are you again? Where are you from
I'm in
again?
Portland, Oregon.
Wow.
Oregon.
Yes, but PGE has inspired me, and I join you on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and when I can. And great.
And here you are, very first volume.
I know, it's exciting.
So anything we need to know about the piece before we begin?
Well, it's called The Other Huntingtons. It's about Archer and Anna Huntington, very wealthy people, the beginning of the 1900s. They married later in life. She was already a well-known sculptor, and he was a philanthropist and scholar. And Archer is being played by DMK. Anna is being played by Kelsey Baylor. Miss Perkins, who was his secretary and assistant, by Marie Elena O'Brien. The cook of thousands or hundreds is played by Kathleen Guerrero, and she also needs 1 and 2, Juliet Lynn and Devanshi Banerjee. So lots of scene changes, but this is like the first 10 pages of a longer piece.
Awesome. And we're excited. We have a bunch of new actors in this piece as well. So welcome new actors. And we're excited to hear your work. And I'm going to disappear and let you.
The Other Huntingtons, a play by Lynn Miller. At Rise, Anna and Archer on different sides of the stage, bench in the center.
He asks me to marry him.
Amazing. I'd only watched him on the train every day to New York. But I was like Diana on the chase. I waited. We met. Then he commissioned me to design a coin for his Hispanic Society of America. He then organized a sculpture exhibit in front of one of his museums. Oh my, one of his museums. He founded, owned, and had museums. He owned museums.
I appreciate successful women. They can take care of themselves if you let them. Not like my first wife, who only wanted clothes and parties and theater. Anna is a well-known sculptor, a true artist. We'll be fine together.
Anna and Archer walk towards each other laughing. Anna falls down on a bench and Archer remains standing.
Darling, how charming your little boat. Why, it's as grand as you are.
I think we escaped the ragged press.
Yes, for sure. They'll never know.
Until Miss Perkins tells them next week.
She's a darling, too.
Not darling enough. Thank you for marrying me. I thought I never would again.
It was just the thing. For both of us. Love you, darling.
Love you too, my dear.
Archer bends over. Archer and Anna kiss.
Cast off, Ramon.
The Bahamas await, if he knows the way.
Head south,
Anna and
I think.
Archer exit. Mrs. Perkins to the side, holding a stack of papers.
I do hope it was a lovely wedding, but I'll have the press to deal with while they're gone. That and chores for 4 weeks when they'll just be gone for 2. How does he think I can do it all?
Living room in New York City in 1926. Couch with a table. Archer standing over the table with plans spread out. Anna enters and sits on the couch.
I could have a studio built next door for you.
And you could have a space for your books.
Both are needed.
However, did you get so many books?
Trips to Europe and a generous allowance when I was young. How did you land on sculpting?
It does take up a lot of room, but it's how I see things. It's how Father taught me to look at animals. How I love to study animals.
Yes. I guess it all worked together. I love your work for Spain and for here.
I have to go big when people want their heroes on horses. Joan of Arc, El
And
Cid.
it stirs the emotions. And so many meanings have been attached to how they are on the horse, rather the horse's feet. Front legs up means died in battle?
I always went with my overall vision, the action of the piece itself.
Of course, you would.
Of course, I'm proud that Henry Hudson Kitson threw me out of class for pointing out errors in his horses.
No doubt you were right.
I love creating with your help. It encourages me.
Anna and Archer
Where to now?
exit. 2 maids walk through dusty. Living room in New York City in 1927. Couch with a table. Anna and Archer both seated on the couch.
I'm not sure Camp Arbutus was far enough away.
But it was a cooler summer in the Adirondacks, away from the boiling New York.
But the library and studio are not complete.
You'll have to work at the Society's office.
Where would you like to go?
I have to go to the doctor.
Again?
My health is not getting better. The TB lingers.
How about North Carolina, to the mountains? There's a sanatorium there, but we could rent a house. Bring the servants.
You could get away from people.
More correspondence. Though that's all right. I can deal with them one at a time.
Anna and
I
Archer
can
exit.
focus.
Maids drag several suitcases across the stage and stop to rest and talk.
Ugh, why are they always moving and traveling? I'm just staying here and I'm exhausted and they're always gallivanting.
At least you don't have to go with them. Dear God.
Well, what's it like? Do you get to see anything?
Not likely. I'll be too busy taking care of them. I think it's her. About the traveling. He was always going around New York and going around and around. He went to Spain when he was younger. His mom organized that and got him a valet.
Feels like one of Madame's statues snuck in this suitcase.
Maybe just her medicine.
Maid 1
She's
and Maid
not so
2
healthy.
exit. Living room in New York City in 1928. Couch with a table. Anna and Archer enter. Anna flings herself on the couch. Archer goes to the table with a map.
Well, I'm not going back to North Carolina.
You are so much better.
That doctor was a cretin.
Now there's a sunroom on the roof. That should help.
Thanks, darling.
Oh, and I've decided on donating to the National Sculpture Society for a major exhibit to be at the Palace of the Legion of Honor in San Francisco.
Do I get to choose? Or can I have my piece there? My jaguars are being enlarged.
Whichever you want, dear. We should start planning a trip to Europe. I need to meet with some people.
Don't you always? Where to now?
We'll end up in Spain, after France, Italy, and Northern Africa.
Warm and dry. Excellent. I'm off to the studio. I need to finish the flagpole bases for the Audubon Terrace.
The design for El Cid will be so stunning there.
I know you've already chosen the places. So share. I want to see what we'll do in North Africa. That could be amazing.
Anna and Archer exit. Maid 1 and Maid 2 enter.
Where are they off to this time? Twice as much stuff.
I don't know, but they picked out winter and summer clothes. Glad I'm not having to trek all that.
They'll probably only allow you one carpet bag.
I made that kind of trip once when he was little. It was all about him.
Still is, I guess.
Maid 1 and Maid 2 exit. Living room in New York City in 1929. Couch with a table. Archer stands behind the couch, leaning on it. Anna flings herself on the couch.
I'm glad to be home, though I'm exhausted.
I am sick. And sick of the stock market. I can't believe how high the numbers are when Europe is ailing.
Lots of ailing, but what do you mean about...
Or they can handle it with the volatility of gold. Not sure America can handle it.
So, you have plans?
Yes, I'm selling all my stocks before they collapse.
How much will that be?
Oh, a lot. We should make plans.
Something for a lot.
Anna and Archer exit. Blank stage outdoors at Brook Green, 1930. Anna and Archer standing, Archer holding blueprints.
I love the setting for Brook Green. The trees and all the lushness
I
of
love
it
the
all.
challenge. It's run down. We could help. The people there are poor and uneducated.
We could stay in the beach house while planning.
Here's what I have so far.
Let me see. Oh, what's that, a tower? How about a bat tower?
Our own private insect eaters. When is Miss Perkins coming?
Enter Miss Perkins with several bags of mail she drags in.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Huntington. Sorry this looks like so much, but I have sorted it.
Good Lord, what can I do with this?
Miss Perkins, speak to the cook. She'll get you some refreshments to help recover from your trip.
Oh my, you look shot.
I brought him work, but he left me with plenty. Are they going to have road here or electricity?
Oh, yes, they'll get to it. She designed the courtyard at Italia or Italia, and he designed the irrigation.
I wonder where he wants me. I'd rather be in New York at this point.
Ah, rich people. They think they create things, build them when they only hire hundreds to do the real work. Still, it will take 2 years.
Oh my, 2 years. What about all his holdings elsewhere?
Yes, hundreds to feed day after day.
Okay. We didn't choose an ending spot.
Is that the end?
That is the end of the first few scenes, yes.
Oh, well, congratulations. Great work. Come on back, actors. Give yourself a bow. Great work. Great work, newbie actors, newbie writer. Welcome. And oh my lord, what an early night. Actors, all the actors come back and give yourself a bow and make noise for all of our writers and actors for for the whole evening. Oh my lord. For the whole evening. Thank you for making up for those nights we go over. Yes, we did a volume. It's official. Congratulations to all. If you're new to the Playground Experiment, we hope that you play with us again. If you're new to watching, I apologize. The video, there's something wrong with YouTube right now, and it's doing weird things. So this was a live night, and tonight, live is what we get. So congratulations. As we say at the end of every volume, this volume's officially closed. Yay! But that doesn't mean you can't play at the next volume. The next volume is in person at our flagship home, which is at the Marjorie S. Dean Theater in New York City. You can sign up right now for that volume. The writers that will be presented at that evening will be Denise DeStefani Mendoza Valdez, Dominic Danza, Flower Rios, Jessica Fetter Berman, Maximilian Kempf, and Raven Petretti Stamper. Those are the writers. You can sign up right now on our website, I believe, if I have done. I think so. If not, we'll be by the end of the evening. Actors, as we and everybody. The thing about the Playground Experiment, it's not the. We always say we're the home for artists, but we're not the home that you live at all the time. It's the one you come and visit when you need to have a home cooked meal, or you get your laundry done, or just like be around people who love you and support you. And that's what the Playground Experiment is. So we hope that you come and play with us again and again and again. I will put if in the chat in a moment. You know what? Let's say goodbye.